The XXL Freshman List, is it washed? Is my question. Now, in June,
his face.
Is it washed?
Hey, yo, in June, XXL released this list of the top 12 freshmen who they deem are the top 12 freshmen in hip hop.
I like that they deem.
That's their list. They deem the top 12, right? So recently, a freestyle cipher hit the net. It has mixed reviews. This list has been around for 18 years, which I didn't even realize because I remember the Nipsey cover with Gibbs, and even I think that was old. It
was before that.
That's neither here nor there, but they've been around for a long time. They've had some great ones and some other ones.
Shout out to Donis.
But it also shows no signs of slowing down because this thing is still here. I think, Lone, do you have a visual for this?
So,
oh, yes.
I wasn't going to, but I ended up splicing about a very short segment of every single rapper that's on here together.
And then we can discuss?
Yep.
All right. So glad we got visitors.
I think I even put the names on it. I can't see him.
1900 Rugrat.
Love that.
This might be like
the freestyle.
This might be like the submission.
This is a
Trees.
different one.
Just take some deep breaths.
Yeah.
I swing a chopstick like I'm cutting sushi. Chopper eat his ass up. I might call it suki.
Hey, man.
Now, if we want to do the pause game after each snippet, I'm open for any comments y'all have.
We have not even gotten through this yet. We haven't even gotten through this.
No.
Now, look.
I like his jacket.
Okay, that's fine. Y'all got anything?
Let him finish barring us up.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you want to keep going? Okay.
He might hit a pocket.
That's the end of it.
That's the end of it?
No.
Yeah, I didn't play the whole thing. I did be like 10 minutes long.
Still, thank you.
But I wanted to just introduce, he's got a unique voice,
Yeah, we actually, Bless played, we're on the same stage as 1900 Rugrat at Summerfest, in Milwaukee. He had there was tons of people. Tons of people.
He's got a big
he's got a big following. It's he's Florida man. You know what I'm saying? Like he's Florida, straight Florida. You know what I mean? Like
looks like it.
I think he the song that I feel like that put him on was that freestyle, but he took that Future beat. I didn't even know it beat and flipped it. But yeah, that's just like the new. It is what it is.
The one thing I'll give him credit for is that like his voice is unique.
Yeah.
And like his energy, but he is also rapping on beat, which a lot of younger rappers don't know how to do. So there's that.
Or just refuse to do.
Maybe I think that's part of it too.
Yeah.
Or I thought you was gonna hurt my feelings, man. I thought you were gonna be like, yeah, man, it was the freestyle he did over Shook Ones.
Yeah, no. I feel like the song is called freestyle, not this specific one. It's like
all right.
I
feel like that's what everyone does. This is freestyle. Like the title of the song is freestyle.
Mr. Brookings.
What are we expecting?
Well, let me just continue.
We got more to play?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let me stop.
I just stopped that because Terry lost it, and I just felt like it was a good time to stop.
I'm sorry.
If I see another one of those moments, I'll stop again. But yeah. All right.
You say I ain't top 3 in the rack, then your ass must be smoking dick. I'ma kill you. Then when they tell you die, I'ma act like I ain't even know that shit.
No. Wow.
This kid's got a future. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ain't that the one that's like...
He's on his way.
Ain't that like Shaq's son or something?
No.
Yeah, there's somebody that's saying, I'm serious. Like, this is not a joke.
So is Michael Irvin's son in here?
Don't do that.
I don't know.
Like,
one of these cats, I think, is saying he's Shaq, one of Shaq's kids. And Shaq is actually...
His name's like Chief Chu.
Yeah, that's him.
This kid's from Chicago,
right?
For
real? So that's Shaq's kid?
I don't know, but Shaq is actually like...
pushing him.
Type shit, yeah.
I think this kid that was just rapping was from Chicago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know.
I could be wrong.
You say from the rack.
Who's
there
next?
It is.
All right.
Fuck nigga bite my jerk, they biting. Backyard swinging dice, we swiping. Everybody having blick, we piped up. Nigga run my way, go the other way. Supreme dripping, my jerk is trailing.
Hey, man.
I don't know what he said, so I'm gonna leave that to y'all.
I hate to be that dude, man.
Playboy Cardi like 2.0 type.
I hate to be that
3.0.
Yeah, exactly.
3.5.0.
Yeah.
All right.
That ain't even a number.
I ain't gonna say nothing else.
But I don't give a damn. I walk in
There you go.
Hey man,
He told you straight out. Hey man, I don't give a damn.
I mess around and go back and watch all this shit and enjoy it.
It's out of context, I feel like.
I love the confidence though. He said he don't give a damn. I like that.
The way you splice this is comical.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he confident. I don't give a damn.
I tried to give him 2 bar or like
You
two.
doing these boys
Shit,
dirty.
I
Give
felt
them
that. I felt that though in my soul. I felt
Bruh,
that.
he don't give a damn.
I took the beginning of every single one of their raps.
You gave him a fair shot.
I've actually
did.
seen
I
this
like-
whole video, but it's
Yeah.
cool.
I like the confidence.
Yeah. Let him go. Let him
Yeah.
rip.
We're digging deep for the
Go ahead,
compliments.
young fella.
Down. I spent just 10 just on these bitches and 10 just on these pants. I got like 10 inside my jacket, I'm high demand. For
I remember
real.
them days, yeah, hoes on the wall. Free little bubble, he rolling up ropes and talking about how we gonna get out the hood. I miss Pops, I wish I could call, but long as he look down on when you're good. We used to steal our stores, cause I ain't even had nothing really to eat. Like you grab cheese and I grab bread, and one of y'all niggas try to steal the meat.
This guy's going places. Who is that?
Yeah, that shit hard.
Hey, that's real though.
Who is that?
What he's
Nino
saying is
Payne.
real.
He said some real
Nino
shit.
Payne.
Yeah.
Somebody still
I rock with
hey,
Nino
Hey,
Payne.
man, temporary laid off.
Good time.
Okay, man.
Come on, man.
All right.
Go ask about me, I'm not that guy. Most these grown ass men act cool online, but they actually act like dots. Bitch, you know you wrong, so don't just sit there and act like something's not. You don't need knee rick-ons or jewelry or cars, just go and get right with God.
Bitch, I'm saying God gave me this rap. Came in a freshman, but bitch, I'm a Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
she's
her.
she's
Samarson,
she's dope.
I like
I like
Samarson
her.
a lot.
Yeah,
I
I
like
heard
her.
her before. She's
Yeah,
dope.
she's fire.
Cool
She's
little
dope.
That last dude kind of snapped too. We didn't say that about him. He kind of snapped on
He
that.
just snapped.
Yeah.
The last dude definitely was on beat and in the pocket.
Yeah.
Facts.
I didn't laugh.
He was.
I don't have a good poker face. I'm sorry.
No.
I mean,
He was in the pocket long.
no, he was. He
Yeah,
was.
he's in the pocket.
I just feel like sometimes we grade certain people on a curve, and the curve is really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Well,
all right.
I like this young lady.
White on white hate. We're all for that.
Hey, I'm with it.
Nelly Furtado, race on me with a face like a model. Keep it covered up, but his body is a bottle. If I let this ass out, they gon' crash full throttle. Brand new T, can't fuck with me. Tongue too sharp, whole cutlery. Shouldn't gave me no money.
I'm scared to know where I go and I die. Been lighting shit up like the 4th of July. From where we see double, don't nobody cry. Ain't got a tool, better grab a supply. Fisherman, I keep a pole by my side. You want race around here, you want going outside. He kill your brother, how he still alive? Niggas didn't ran when they heard I arrived.
That's how it sounds.
I mean, Rayvon's different.
Yeah,
Rayvon's definitely
Like,
different.
he's well. When I say different, I mean in reference to most everybody else that's
Mhm.
on
He's a little
this
older?
particular lip. No, he's like an actual like rapper. Like
Oh, we've watched
He's
some of his
established.
stuff on the show.
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
he's
him and there's another dude. I don't know him. He's like Eam Triplin or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's rapping. Like
Yeah,
I kind of feel like the female MCs or women MCs are more hungry nowadays.
Oh
though.
hell yeah, they're
Yeah.
eating. Yeah,
Her name
Samarson's
Samara
fire.
Sin is
Yeah.
yeah, she dope.
killing the
Shorty's
game.
dope.
Yeah.
On the Falcon, wax on my upper income. Double A said with a big gun. I remember see with a big bug. This life I can't handle it. I might screen, I bro do it. Money saying how they photo do it. Bitches saying how they photo do it.
Temp check on me, I ain't like these niggas. Hot head, I get a right with a nigga. I get in your mind like a psychic. Separate in from the rest with a hyphen, nigga. I was down bad in the projects, but I made it out being broke ain't like me, nigga. I give a damn what he said. It's off with his head. I don't take shit lightly, my nigga.
Move, bitch.
Oh,
Out the
man.
way.
Okay.
He is who we thought he is.
Okay, man. Okay.
let's continue.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm ludicrous when I'm speeding on that E-way. You bitches so new to this, been the realest way before my B-Day. Hit my bitch from the back, had to run it back, put my bitch in replay. Come on, my shit.
So that,
Look at her
Did you hear
face.
just a beat and everybody else like,
That's smooth right there.
Shorty, like he's trash.
she's like,
Like, I don't
He's
know,
trash.
bro. Where am I at right now?
Why
Where's
am
my
I
check?
here?
Where's
Yeah.
my check?
Yeah.
and it was interesting. They separated the two to like the first group of the rappers were kind of like maybe like less lyrical,
Mm-hmm.
and the second ones were typically.
Maybe.
The second ones were more like lyrical rappers that you would expect from like a second. But maybe what?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, Jello was in the last one too. So, but
I was actually just saying that you were being generous, but
I'm trying to be as nice as I
They
can.
brought it on home in that second half.
yeah, but hey, it's just different now, man.
It's just different.
People are listening to and are interested in different things than what we are and the cloth that we were cut from.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of as expected I know I laughed at a couple of these artists because to me it's funny. It is what it is.
So now that we watched the video and we discussed, because again, this is 18 years strong. This thing does not seem like it's going anywhere soon.
It shouldn't.
I agree. Does a double XL freshman list still hold any weight in terms of predicting, the future success of any of these artists, or just in hip hop in general?
In predicting, no. But if you go through history and check every single year of these, it's a 25% success rate.
Okay.
Of people past 3 years.
Yes.
And I did the research too. You know what I'm saying? Like I looked, I was like, okay, when you go through these, I we really should go through these years and like just name the people and see the people who lasted more than 3 years.
Sure.
You'd be surprised, but it's a very low percentage. So it does, they do have a track record of, if you're looking at it like baseball, like they're batting pretty well, they're an all-star right now. But, like if you're looking at just like a quarter of the people on the list don't make it past like a year or two, then it looks kind of bad. But you know what I mean? Like I dig what they're trying to do with this. It always brings a lot of eyes to people that you've never seen before, especially since we're out of the loop when it comes to like younger artists, right? And we may expect a little bit too much from their freestyle sessions, which is not. I don't think it's fair. You know what I mean? Like, what do you expect, little Joe Timmy to do on a cypher? You know what I'm saying? When you hear cypher, we have a different mentality when we're looking at these things. So I don't want to knock anybody that does this, because to a younger kid, they might be looking at these dudes doing the cypher. They be like, man, these dudes is jamming. They rocking with it. But as far as like, double XL, should it go away? No, I love it. But they do have like a 25% average for like people that
success rate.
Success rate. Yeah. Success rate.
What do you consider like a success rate? Like what is successful?
To me?
Based upon like what you're, you know what I mean? Like, because like you could look back at some of these and you could say, well, is it like, I don't know, like super popular, or is it like they're still making music?
A little bit of longevity. We haven't completely forgot about them. Let's do 2009. Wale, still around. B.O.B., not around. Charles Hamilton, not around. Couldn't have told me that back in 2009.
I thought he was on his way.
You feel me? Asher Roth, not around.
Thought he was definitely going to go.
But even real quick, B.O.B. has dropped something recently, and Asher Roth has as well. So
ain't nobody checking for him the same way though.
Maybe not. The space is different, right? But like, I guess that's why I asked the question, right? Because it's not like these artists are gone away.
Or they're even bad. Like
Charles Hamilton did.
He kind of went away. And they're not bad, but I'm just talking about as far as like
what you expected.
What you expect the trajectory.
Yeah.
Mickey Fax has a school for MCs and artists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like doing big things. Ace Hood fell off. Currency
still here.
Beefing with Freddie. Kid Cudi still doing things. About to drop a project in like a couple weeks or something like that. But if you go through each one of these, man, there's gonna be like 3 or 4 that are still doing things nowadays and are still prolific with it. You know what I mean?
Drake actually was never on one.
It was
Really?
Nicki. They had to do, XXL had to do like a Nicki and Drake cover to kind of make up for the fact that they missed on both of them.
Yeah. What you think, Oreo, in terms of the power of double XL, or if it's even still there?
Yeah, there's legacy to it, but I feel like we're in like kind of like a time in music where like the artist is almost surpassing the publication. Where,
that's a good point.
I'm talking about like Rolling Stone isn't hitting like it was back in the day. Neither is double XL. And also like people can vote for the freshmen, right? Online. There's a component where you can like vote for.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I think there's like a component or there's like a part of
like
it where
a fan
you can,
part.
Yeah, like a fan voting or whatever. But it's hard to say. Obviously, it's legacy. I think it's important. I agree with Brookins. I don't think it should go anywhere because it's just a part of the culture. I think. It looks different. You don't notice or know anyone on it, but I think it's me. I'm sorry. A lot of people probably know a lot of people on the roster every year, but Yeah, I feel like we're now in a position, especially where music is, where I feel like the artist is almost bigger than the list, if that makes sense, or the publication, just how media is, you know, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I feel like none of these artists, they probably didn't really care about it, really. I feel like they're probably doing their own thing and they're doing their emotion. This is just a bonus, you know. Obviously, it helps out, but yeah, it's just kind of like a different time when it comes to, you know, music publications.
Outside of this, do we even think of XXL anymore?
No.
Coming from someone that used to have every one of these mugs, you know,
for sure. Like the physical print was like a thing. That was a time, you know.
Facts.
And I felt like that was more important, and then it was more magical. And you know, you were reading everything. You were seeing what was that was your source, no pun intended. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would go to that. You would get these magazines and really look and try to discover new stuff. At least I did. I would try to figure out, you know, what's popping and what's not. But I feel like even if you click on that site, it's probably you're getting up with spam and ads, and you know what I mean, before you could even get to the meat of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like kind of an interesting time trying to navigate that.
Yeah, I think we're just cut from a different cloth, so we see things differently.
That's true.
So like when artists were coming out and emerging, when we were, you know what I'm saying, already established and being fans of music, they were trying to vie for the top spot. Whereas now I feel like artists, they don't really care about being the number one artist. They want to be noticed. They want their vibe and their aura to carry them where they want to go. They don't really care about where they land in the game. It's like, I'm going to just say these raps. I literally just made this shit up on the way here. I don't care if you like it or not. My fans don't care if you like it or not. This is me. This is my vibe. This is what my followers it. So this is what you're going to get. Whereas I'm still viewing this as a hip hop rap head. So if you ain't got no bars and it sounds like some illegible shit, then I'm a laugh like I did. But that speaks for me. That doesn't speak for the fans coming up and enjoying it and think they're doing something or agree with what they're doing. So I mean, I give them peace for that. But in my stance, I still think the bar has been lowered as far as a rap artist or a hip hop artist is concerned. Because even while we were watching these videos, the cast that had a little something to say stuck out to us.
For sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of be like, okay, he's talking about something at least.
I felt that.
You know? So it's kind of skewed when it comes to that. So I think it should, at the end of the day, I think it should continue as far as coming out, and it's just overgrown the new old heads. I just say that.
What you think, Jay?
I think it's still something that is necessary, you know, because it gives opportunity. It gives a spotlight, you know, and for whatever I may personally think about, you know, somebody's talent, I may not know just because, look, I'm 48 years old. I think I'm the oldest of the new old heads at this point. And I tell people, like, when I was heavy into the club, like it's been 6-7 months since I got out of the game. As far as that was concerned, I had to do the research to be cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know, these aren't records that I would listen to in my spare time, but I had to be up on it. If somebody makes a request for something, I don't want to be like, I don't know that shit. You know, we gonna put on some DMX, you just shut the fuck up. No, I can't, you know what I'm saying, for what I was trying to do, I needed to be open to new sounds and new artists. Whether I thought they were good or not, like, did it fit what the marketplace was at that time? You know, and I think sometimes we get so stuck into what it is that we think is good or we think isn't, you know, because honestly, if I just remember when Wu-Tang came out, there were some older people who were like, man, how you gonna have 9 people in a rap group? And you know, and then we hear a few years later it's DMX. You know, I remember Ed Lover was like, man, I don't know about all this barking on the record. You know, he didn't see the vision, and that's no diss to him, but it is what it is. Like, you know, he's just, and he's older than all of us, you know, and that's because he comes from a different era. Sometimes you just have to give shit a chance. Like, I'm not giving everybody on this list a chance because I didn't think that they were any good. Now, there were some people I'm like, even the dude who said, you know, if you got the cheese and the bread and I got the meat, I'll check out some more just based on that. there are a couple people, like I said, what was the young lady's name?
Sin.
Samara Sin.
She's clearly talented.
She can sing too.
Yeah. So, when I heard her go, I was like, okay, I can see what it is and where people pick up on her vibe, but that's based on my 48-year-old ears. Like, I got to kind of remove myself and say, okay, well, just because I hear somebody go, that might be the hottest shit in the world to my godson. So
somebody understood Charlie Brown and them teacher.
So I think it's necessary not only to give opportunity, but to give a light and a platform to these young artists who are doing something that I may not understand, and maybe I can't rock with it, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't have an audience and it doesn't have a value to that audience.
That's real. That's real. Anybody else got anything else to add?
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother. Floor is yours.
This is a cipher.
Yeah.
That wasn't a cipher.
Nah.
As much as I can agree with your guys' points about definitely to the original point, a space for people to be able to do this, XXL existing, all these things. Yes, absolutely. I think all that stuff is super important. Here's what kind of bothers me a little bit. There are historically, again, this is a double XL cipher, right? Where people that can rap pretty well are rapping. There are still rappers that rap really well that are young. Not all of them sound like this. And we are not highlighting that. We are highlighting kind of the low end of the common denominator here in general. Now, I'm just saying from a cipher lyricist standpoint, that right there. I'm not saying from an artist standpoint. Now, granted, XXL is not just about ciphers, right? Obviously, right? But I do feel like if we look at the timeline, to your point, Jay, when you're mentioning about how 25%, but if we go all the way back and then it's the drop off.
It digresses.
Is pretty massive.
Well, who name one year that they had over 50%? Maybe the first year.
What are we talking about?
No, not as far as artists, but as far as the actual quality,
talent?
The quality of the talent that they are presenting in the thing. And I know
that might be an old head statement.
I don't think that it is because I don't think that it is because I know young cats that exist that could be on these lists every single year.
A lot of them were on Latrice Festival.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm saying in general, every year that this comes out, it's like, this guy's buzzing, so we're going to put him on there regardless, right? Is that what should be happening with the double XL lifts?
Because
right? That brings up that conversation, right?
Okay, so if we go back in time and when they started doing this, right? You think they were going for more of an angle of talent than they were from popularity?
I think from the time that I started paying attention up through the blog era, I think there was much more of a barometer of being able to be like, this person's buzzing over here and they got the work that, and I think that's how they were grabbing it. I think now, because of how media is kind of all over the place, I would probably guess that most of the people, I mean, who knows, but I would wager that the people that are selecting the people are not selecting on the same type of parameters as they were previously.
Because honestly, again, and this ain't to take away nothing from anybody that's been on this cipher, but as far as an overall MC, the bar has been lowered. People don't care about MCing as much as they do rapping.
And then
it's a little different.
And to that, what do we, let's just say as media, right? Or in general, what are we supposed to cater to? Do we cater to
clicks?
The clicks or the integrity or the perceived integrity, maybe, right? What's the balance there of being able to showcase, the things in a different, and I know that you guys go through this every year when you're selecting artists for Treese and the same thing, right? It's like, all right, you want to be able to big up people. We've been in space blogging for a long time too, putting out, it's not about it's trying to find that balance. It's almost like one of these type of things. It's like wanting to give people space, but I feel like a lot of times this is a hard conversation to have when you generally just want people to win. But sometimes I also, and maybe I know I'm not alone, but I always lean towards the side of being a little bit more honest with people in general. Sure. as opposed to, and I'm not even saying that's the better way to go, because I believe that the personality, the thing is, that's just my role. That's my role, right? Yeah. So that's the question that I would pose.
I think it's also just like a mirror of where society is. You know what I mean? I feel like you could take that example and you show what people are messing with. People like the clicks. They love the drama. They love the atrocity of things. It's like a car wreck that they can't keep their eyes off.
Sure.
I think that's just like kind of a testament to what people really enjoy. The just absurdity of everything right now. And I feel like not right now, but it's always been like that throughout history. But yeah, keeping things honest, keeping things real. Of course, you want to be on the right side of history with it. We all love and appreciate real lyricism and real musicianship. I think that's always important. It's always good to keep that close to the chest. And that's where I feel like we were all kind of raised with that.
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, it's just a testament to how we were brought up, even as an artist, and how I've digested music and everything. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of just like I think that's the beauty of it. It's a beauty in the tragedy of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, knowing everyone's perception is different and no one has the right answer and people like what they like. And yeah, it's crazy. But I think that's just like what it is. That's why it's the strongest thing in the world right now. And it always will be, I feel like.
Yeah. Well, the machine, the machine doesn't depend on the machine now.
Yeah.
Like, the artists have to pretty much create the moment, and then the machine goes and picks them up.
Yeah, the algorithm.
Yeah. So I think the AR role has came to a fall, and it's a past thing now, and people aren't necessarily searching for artists the same way they were then. The artists are finding them, or they're finding the artists that have already created their own wave. I think that's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about, if you look at, I pulled up some of the covers. We were talking about the covers, right? Oreo made a good point. I believe it was you that talked about, reflecting the times, if you will, right? You talk about that. But the evolution or de-evolution, look at I'm going to read the names for the first one. Now think about what we just heard and think about the first one in 2007. Saigon, Plies, Rich Boy, Lupe Fiasco, Lil Boosie, Gorilla Zoe, Joel Ortiz, Crooked Eye, Papoose, and Young Dro.
And the number one artist on that cover, nobody would have guessed it would have been Boosie. Like, straight up. And I ain't taking nothing away from Boosie.
Lupe
but if you
Fiasco?
look, Boosie is bigger than Lupe.
Oh, for sure.
No.
He absolutely is bigger than Lupe. Yes.
In the South.
Yeah, for
I know,
sure.
period.
Hey, wait a second.
Period.
As a Naptown native,
niche.
I would never disrespect the guy Boosie.
No, I didn't.
Let's get that correct.
But you would have never thought that he would have been the artist. He is the number one artist
most
on
relevant.
that.
He's the most relevant.
That's the first class.
He's the most relevant artist on that. I wouldn't say
Boosie's more relevant than Lupe Fiasco. Are you sure about that?
Absolutely sure.
Don't let Instagram fool you.
I think that Lupe may be a bigger artist nationally or worldwide, but as far as relevance in like the hip hop culture type of thing, I think Boosie got him on that.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially regionally. Even though Lupe's from Chicago, I feel like Boosie's huge here.
Oh, for
Facts.
sure.
Boosie is huge a lot of places.
Yeah.
Boosie whole legend.
Because that's an interesting one. Lupe and Boosie, I don't know. That's an
Lupe
interesting
and Boosie.
If there's ever an album we needed, it was the Lupe and Boosie album.
So that's the top two people from that list of 2007.
Absolutely. When you talk about longevity and people that are still,
I would still put Lupe first, but
what was the class? Was like Mac, Cole, Currency? Weren't they all in the same?
So let's see.
Gibbs,
they had an 09 cover with Ace Hood, Currency, and Kid Cudi, and then
that's not showing all 10.
Yeah, 2009 they had Corey Guns, Blue, Mickey Fax.
All three of them have went to the wayside.
Then it went to 2010.
Nah, Blue's still dropping music.
No, he's still dropping, but like I feel like the XXL cover gives you access to mainstream. Now,
fair.
I'm not saying that any of these artists aren't still producing and creating art and putting out music. But when you talk about a success rate and what you gauge it as, and somebody still being relevant as far as a public eye, I think that a lot of these artists are falling off by the wayside.
to your point,
versus the coverage that they got.
And it's follow me now because I'm. This is like
He had to
blowing
take
my,
off his glasses.
This is blowing my mind.
Microphone.
Oh, my bad. This is blowing my mind. But like, if you go back and look at these covers, right, even the ones that we would say would kill it in a cipher, aren't the ones that were relevant anymore.
No. Yeah.
So we're
right.
asking these kids. Are we asking these kids the same thing we would ask them? Oh, you're tight in this. Bring me the people that are really good at rapping in a cipher. You know what I mean? It's a weird proving ground for 2025, right?
Yeah, because it's not important anymore to rap in a cipher.
It's not important anymore.
Not
but
to your success.
Not to your success. Yeah. And so if we look back in the day and we see these, I mean, Saigon was a great rapper.
Yeah.
You know, but not a lot of longevity in the rap game.
The machine killed him.
Yeah, literally.
The machine killed him?
The machine killed
Atlantic
Saigon.
Records was trying to get him to do songs with Trey Songz. And I like that song with Trey Songz, Pain in My Life. His record that I think was released independently that basically Just Blaze did the entire thing was incredible.
Yeah.
You know,
it was too late.
It was too late.
To it should come out when it's supposed to come out.
Right.
Which goes back to, I guess, let me ask this question. Maybe I'm missing this. What should be the purpose of the XXL list?
So that's where I was.
Okay,
that's
where we're leading to.
That's where I'm
right
leading
now.
to. Like in 2025, which I think is that even the next
to have a good cipher, or
No.
to
no,
I
don't think so.
No.
So we've been tripping.
No, I think so. My view, personally, unless you want to go first.
Go ahead.
My view personally on the XXL cover or whoever is selected has nothing to do with the cipher. Some of these artists I'm being introduced to from the cipher, though.
Sure. Unfortunately.
So that is what creates my idea of who's rapping or who's performing. You know what I'm saying? Now, other freshman lists, I was privy to who was doing it. Like I'm seeing a picture of the 2010 freshman class. It's J. Cole, it's Nipsey Hussle, it's Wiz Khalifa, it's Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah, that one is
it's
crazy.
fire.
most
J.
solid
Rock.
one.
You know what I'm saying? There's people on this. YG is on here. There's people on here that are very successful, and I never heard a cipher from them. It was just them being featured on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I'm being introduced to you just from your freestyle, or we already know everybody writes some anyway now, it's not necessarily a freestyle, then I'm creating my idea of you off of the freestyle. The freestyle is a bonus, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But if I've never heard of you and I have to be like, am I going to listen to this person based on what you did in the freestyle, then it's kind of like, all right, I'm cool.
I mean, there are a lot of people who of our era, of eras that we claim that we respect a little bit more, who could not go up to Sway in the Morning.
She's right.
And freestyle. I mean, and now mind you, that was weighted a lot more.
And this
at that time.
isn't Sway the Morning. These are like recorded.
Yeah.
Do it multiple takes.
Yeah.
You know, like
but honestly, judging, it's not fair for me to judge like the kind of records you can make based on this, because there are plenty of rappers like Supernatural's crazy with freestyles, and like, does anybody know Supernatural? I do. Buddha Bless that came out in '95, but I'm just a nerd like that. But like, there's a lot of joints that people who can freestyle their ass off, like they can go to these events and they get in a cipher and kill it. But if you ask them to, write 2 verses and a hook, it's never going to happen.
So I need to pause here, because we're going down this path of like, this is like what I'm trying to portray, but this is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that the lowest common denominator is really low.
Yeah.
That's really all that I'm saying. As like, even if you go back all the way to the Boosie could get on there and do a cipher. You know what I mean? Excuse me. But my thing about all this is, what is media's responsibility? What is XXL's responsibility towards the entirety of everything moving forward?
They have no responsibility. It's a responsibility to clicks and maintaining whatever online advertising they can
get their
get.
advertising.
I mean, I hate to be cynical like that, but it's the same word we come up with almost every episode. It is capitalism.
But that is my point.
Okay.
What is our purpose? Is our purpose capitalism? Because we don't. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. For
Straight
sure.
up.
To some degree.
Yeah,
right?
I can own that.
We got him in Indianapolis. We got him. These are the gatekeepers.
Not all gatekeeping is bad.
I feel you.
But what I'm saying is like, sure, we're looking at Double XL and we're saying, well, they're doing this, right? But when we look at other hip hop mediums that exist, that still are like, for us, for example, we're not afraid to have that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
They're just ignoring the conversation.
Well, I think part of it is like, I think I see, because at one point it was like, okay, maybe 30% of it is like, okay, we got to drive, because this is when there was still print, and print is dead, we all know. And we got to put people on the cover who are going to drive subscriptions and sales at the newsstand. Okay, so let's say there's 30% of that has, and maybe 70% is the actual talent, and we think these people are actually somebody that people would give a damn about artistically. Are we saying, when we look at this, are we thinking, okay, these are people who are going to, they already have a social media presence.
Yes.
They already have so many monthly listeners.
Yep.
And okay, maybe there's a couple people here we think are actually talented, but we can't, if we put only talented people on, then we're not going to have a 19th year of this.
Exactly.
Brother, man, I think he hit it on the head. I was going to say that their job is to look for balance. And I think that there is somebody behind all this that is truly cares about the culture and wants to find that balance. As someone who puts together 50 or 60 different artists for a festival.
Sure.
I have to remove my ego from the situation. I have to try to find a balance, right? Because I don't want it to be too weighted on my personal bias. So it from the looks of it, they always have like a couple people in there that can really rap for the cypher. You know, for people that will look at a cypher and be like, oh, I'm gonna check him out because I think he can rap. But they're also gonna have some people that maybe in a cypher don't look, you know, like not really checking my boxes, but to somebody else, you know, they might. I like his flow. I like his energy. I like his style. I like his aura. You know what I'm saying? And all that, whatever that, all that is. You know what I mean? I feel like there is some people behind here that really care about the hip hop. And I think that's why it's lasted so long. And they've maybe the balance needs to be tweaked a little bit if they're going to be, you know, putting ciphers out there. But I want to applaud whoever's behind this because one, it stood the test of time.
Sure.
And two, I see the care in it.
From what perspective? You mean like the presentation or
just
like how they're approaching
selecting people for this thing, right? Like I feel like there's a couple people that they get a couple people that can spit. They get a couple people that are, you know, popular on certain circuits, like the Rolling Loud type of artists.
Sure.
They get a couple people that are super regional that maybe got lucky and got in the right doors. You know what I mean? Like they might try to give a push to, right? Like
or some people that got money because money still talks.
It does, man. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But still, like there's a piece of a lot of different avenues and styles and, you know, just hip hop. I think it represents hip hop pretty well.
For where we are right
out
now.
There. Yeah. For a snapshot in time. Like, you know, let's come back 3 years from now. Let's see who all is doing their thing, right?
And I'll say fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You know,
because even when you think of other genres in the 70s, there were a whole lot of groups that we don't talk about that rode a 70s wave of being free and, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing. Obviously, things are different now because of the internet, but there's a lot of artists we don't talk about.
I think, and I'll make one more point, then I'll just shut the up. But like, I think one thing that is very important that we do need to talk about is the fact that we're in an artist space now where there are people that exist in the artist space that are not artist centric. They are money, popularity centric. And so there's nothing like wrong with that, you know, to want to get paid for your work. But there are people that join the space simply for that and to ride that specific wave. And that's something that I have a hard time. accepting, I guess, sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to be in a space where we 100% accept that just because we've seen how it was done differently.
Like even the people from the 90s and the 70s, they were artists.
It was different.
They just
it was just
more
different.
different style, you know, that we
and
maybe
it took
didn't like.
a lot more to get on and be popular.
Yeah.
And to be seen. Whereas now I can literally create my own following and other people got to tap into what I'm doing. And they're just pretty much vibing off of me as a whole. Yeah. My music is just the byproduct of my vibe, essentially. And that's what a lot of this is turning into musically.
Well, you know, the money-centric thing is not going to go anywhere. And honestly, it's just going to get worse because everything is not, you know, I always use the example of Tracy Chapman being discovered in a coffee shop by somebody she went to college with. I might have that story wrong, but it is what it is. Like, there's no way in 2025 Tracy Chapman would get a chance at even having a record deal, because they'd be like,
I think she actually would have a better chance now.
No, because she has the wrong look. You know, if she's not willing to get on and shake ass a little bit for the gram.
I don't think it matters as much.
I think it matters more than ever. Like
I think her. Really? No,
I feel like we've had this conversation before.
You have to really, like, honestly, now everything is so attention.
It's algorithm based.
It's all attention and algorithm based. We talked about how it's not talent based anymore. Somebody with talent is going to have a lot harder time than somebody with, you know, and this is going to make me sound out, somebody with swag. You know, that's somebody that can easily make, like I said, even if they don't.
Her uniqueness is swag, though.
Yeah, but we say
I think
that,
that's more intriguing.
You know, I'm, and maybe I'm just being cynical about it because I know how many talented friends I have who don't get that look. They still got to get up and work a real job despite the level of talent they have.
That is very true.
But they're not willing to get out because they're not, a lot of them that have more dignity than to get out here and shake ass like a lot of these other people. They're not, they don't care about embarrassing their families. If you don't care about embarrassing your family, you have a lot better chance of being successful in the music game than somebody who actually has a certain level of dignity.
I don't know. I think
Tracy Chapman could be like that.
Yeah, I think it's kind of linear when it comes to that. I think it's linear because there's always people that you might deem don't belong in the game that are in the game, and somebody that has a unique talent that is an artist that made it. I think she would actually probably fare better today.
I think we're looking at it from the wrong scope. I think it's all marketing. Everything's a for you algorithm now.
Yeah, because you're marketing yourself.
Everybody that's on the XXL list that's hot right now is most likely people that have built their own following for the most part. And that's what it is. They've reached out to them. Tracy Chapman can do the same thing. Like if she's trying to be Meg Thee Stallion or something like that, you know, I would agree with you. But like
bust it wide open. In my Tracy Chapman voice.
But
I'm signing off.
No, that's funny. But at the same, especially because it's the Tracy Chapman voice.
Acoustic guitar sound. Talking about busting it wide open. But
I feel like it's everything.
I'd buy that.
For better or worse. And I would say, you know, like it's one of the, it goes into a whole nother conversation. And I don't want to jump into it because we have other things to do. But like, we're like this weird gift and a curse type area for artists right now because we do have a little bit of power of how we put our stuff out. There's no big like top down record label that we have to go through like in the early 2000s when we were probably all starting making music and stuff. But now our masters are like algorithms and catering to like these big corporate tech companies. But at least we have the access to try to do that to some degree, right? And so I feel like Tracy Chapman can get on there and play her guitar and
I 100% feel like
for
that,
sure,
man.
100%.
She would stand out more now than she did then.
Maybe that would be her in, is that she stands out so much more.
Can somebody tweet her?
Else.
Can somebody tweet her and ask her this
Tracy
question?
Chapman ain't got no Twitter.
See, here we go with the disrespect. Look, let's stop.
I really want to know what she thinks because she's the one that actually made it in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? And
that was the 80s. You know, think about.
Well, she just got a hit record because a country star did a remake of one of her songs.
Yeah.
So she has a recent hit record.
Tracy Chapman need to come out here and pop that boss talk off.
No. We're gonna stop it right there because this could go another 25 minutes.
Shout out to Tracy Chapman.
Shout out to Tracy Chapman.
We love you, Tracy Chapman.